I'm here and I'm out of status.
Right.
I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
My wife is back in Trinidad.
Okay.
Is there, I'm working right now, so is there anything I could do to get documented?
The only way, if you're out of status and it's now 2011 and you want to get documented, you need to be grandfathered under the immigration laws under 245I, or if you are undocumented as in a student visa or on a J visa, you still have options to go back home to pick up your green card. Short of that, you know, I don't know what the situation is with your wife. If you're in a relationship with somebody here, you could always get divorced and marry in a bona fide marriage here. But in terms of getting sponsored in a job right now, unless you're grandfathered under 245I, it's not going to happen for you.
And what does that mean to be grandfathered under 245?
You had to have something filed in the system before April 30th, 2001, meaning somebody filed for you prior to April 30th, 2001, or you were a derivative beneficiary of a application that was filed before April 30th, 2001. As an example, maybe your mother or father had something filed back in the day and you were under 21 at the time. And then you can grandfather under that way too. But it's on a case-by-case basis. So if you want to figure out, gee, maybe I had something filed, maybe I didn't, I don't know, maybe my parents, whatever the situation is, the best thing to do is to make an appointment to come see me. Let me review your case. I'm a very creative guy. I mean, we certainly don't make up stories, but I'm good at what I do.
I have an aunt. She's 67 years old.
Uh-huh.
She cannot read or write English.
Okay.
She tends to apply for citizenship. What was the way forward?
Well, how long has she had her green card?
It's over 5 years.
Okay. Now she's going to need to take. You have to be over 55 and been a green card holder for 15 years to waive the English and writing requirements. So once she has her green card for 15 years, at that point she would be able to file her citizenship without having the reading and writing. Short of that, unfortunately they're going to make her take the test, and if she's unable to pass, she's not going to be able to become a citizen.
Very good. Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, hi.
How are you?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
To renew a green card,
Right.
what is the requirement?
To renew a green card, you fill out an
Yeah.
Is this a 10-year card or a 2-year card?
It's a 10-year card.
Okay,
It's
so-
overdue already.
Okay, so
I have to fill up a form?
yeah, it's an I-90 application.
Yeah.
And you pay, I think it's $450 or $455. They just raised the fee, and don't quote me on fees. I'm never good with fees. I always have to look them up 100 times, but it's either $450 or $455. I believe it's $450, and it's the I-90 application. You fill it out and you submit it, and they'll renew your green card for you.
And did I need to go to the office to do again fingerprints, or
Well,
not anymore?
No, what'll happen is you could actually go online and file it right online, and then they will call you to take a fingerprint at the office, and when you'll go down to an immigration office, fingerprint, and then they'll stamp your passport with a temporary green card at that point, and then they will send you a permanent green card about 4 weeks later.
But I need to do fingerprints again.
Correct, but that's after you file your application.
This girl, she's out. She came up from from Colombia. She came up on a au pair visa. I think
J1.
J1 visa.
Right.
Yes, I'm planning on getting married to her. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be difficult for her to obtain a status here, or what's the process?
Do you know if she has a 2-year home residence requirement, or you didn't ask her, or you didn't even know what that is?
No, she was here for 2 years. It was a 2 years
Right.
J1 visa.
Okay.
It expired, I think, in 2009.
Okay. On her passport, in her visa, okay, it will say on her visa, bearer is subject to Section 212E, or bearer is not subject to Section 212E. As long as she's not subject to the 2-year home residence requirement, and she shouldn't be as an au pair, you can marry her, even if she's overstayed her time, and she can get her green card here. She'd get a work permit in 90 days and a green card in about 6 months.
Okay, so it's just an easy process.
Well, it's
it's not a big, because I think I think it sets is not subject.
Right.
I think I read it one time.
Right. Yeah. It's not subject. It's not subject. It would be just like any other visa overstaying. The fact that you overstay your visa is not a bar to getting a green card if you marry a U.S. citizen. Is it an easy thing to do? I've been on the radio for 14 years. I've been answering immigration questions. Nothing with immigration is as easy as people think it is. Because if it was, I would be answering real estate questions or answering other questions other than immigration. So I would suggest, at a bare minimum, making an appointment to come see me just so you understand what you're doing and what you're supposed to do,
Right.
and then you'll make a decision whether you want to hire me, you want to hire the lawyer down the street, you want to do it on your own, and whatever you wish. With one caveat, and I'm not saying this to scare people out there, it's just a fact of life now. When you file your paperwork, you either get through and get your green card, or you get denied. But if you get denied, you're placed in deportation. There's no more, I got denied, and let me go, see a lawyer now. It's too late. You're already in deportation. Right. So it's always best if you can afford to have a lawyer, at least a lawyer certainly who knows what they're doing. Okay, but in the end, your decision is yours.
Okay, one more question. Quick question. She wouldn't have to pay a filing fee for overstaying, right?
No, she just has to pay a regular filing fee of $1,490.
$1,400.
$1,490.
$1,500. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
I'm a green card holder from 05. Sorry. I'm going down in Jamaica. I'm a green card holder from 07.
Okay.
And I'm going down in July to get married.
Okay.
Can you tell me what should I do to bring up my husband?
Before you go down to get married, if you're going to need to file once you're married, you're going to file an I-130 visa petition. But one of the things you're going to do if you're going to hire an attorney or you're going to hire somebody to help you out is hire that person before you go down and get married. So because your husband's going to have to fill out and sign a Form G325A biographic data form, and it would go a lot faster if when you go down there and you marry him, he signs it there on the spot, and when you come back, we can get everything filed, versus when you come back, you now first have to go send paperwork for him to sign. So you're going to file a visa petition for him. He's going to wait about 2.5 years. If you become a citizen during that time period, it'll be that much faster. But certainly when you're going to marry somebody in another country and you're going to want the help of a lawyer or somebody to help you, it's always good to see them before you go off and marry, because there is paperwork for the spouse to sign.
Okay, and if I go through this process, how long it takes?
My guess is, as I said, my guess is it'll be about 2.5 years. Could be a little longer, could be a little less. If you become a citizen in between, it'll be that much faster.
Hello, Brad. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
One quick question.
Yes.
Yeah, I get my citizenship this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I wanna help my girlfriend to get a green card.
Okay.
Because we've been together and we got kids.
Okay.
Eugene? Yeah. So what can I do? Because I just get my citizenship. I get it through marriage.
You just got your citizenship through marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got your green card. I know you're a citizen now, but you got your green card less than 5 years ago.
Yeah, like next year, July, gonna make 5 years.
Well, you're gonna need to divorce your first wife. You're gonna need to marry your girlfriend.
No, we're getting divorced right now.
Okay, so you got to wait for the divorce to be over, and then once the divorce is over, you can go and marry, the next lady that you want to file for. You can file for her. Just you have to be aware and know ahead of time that immigration is going to question your first marriage and your second marriage, because it's happening in such a fast period of time. As long as the first marriage was real and it didn't work out, then that's reality, and things happen, and people get married and people get divorced. But you're just going to have to be prepared to prove that, because they're going to want to know how come you got your green card and citizenship, and then as soon as you became a citizen, you turned around, got a divorce, and married this other person. Not to say it doesn't happen, and not to say that this is not the first time anybody's ever done this. People have done this plenty of times, and they've all been bona fide marriages. People marry lady number one, things didn't work out, they get divorced and marry lady number two. 50% of marriages don't work out in America.
It was a bona fide marriage because I got a daughter with her that is 3 years now.
Right. Well, the other does the immigration know about this daughter?
Yeah, she know about this daughter.
No, immigration. The immigration service.
Yeah. Immigration, because my first interview for my temporary, she was pregnant, 9 months pregnant, and then I going back for the interview with the whole family.
Okay, you're talking about she has a daughter with you from the first wife does?
Yeah, I got the daughter from the first wife.
Okay, fine. So then, that's pretty much proves it's a bona fide marriage. So just get the divorce and get remarried.
Further.
Okay?
My husband filed for my brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
He came in. Of course, the paper we're putting before the changes.
The April 30th. Right.
Yeah, but the question is he doesn't have an I-94 or his I-90.
Mm-hmm.
He came in at the Mexico, through Mexico border.
Right. You got to be able.
What's going to happen?
Well, he's going to pay a penalty fee, but what he's going to have to do is he has to be able to prove that he was physically present in the United States on December 21st, 2000. Usually you have your I-94, and that, if your I-94 says you entered in 99 and there's no proof that you ever left the country, then that would be sufficient. But people who entered without inspection is going to need some other documentation to prove that they were physically here on December 21st, 2000. Could be a medical record if they went to a doctor, I don't know, a library card, credit card bill, a bank statement, maybe they got arrested and the case was dismissed, whatever it is, but something official, and something hopefully more than an affidavit from somebody saying they saw the person here. But they will need to show something to say that they were physically present. If you have that, then you don't need to come see me. If you're not sure where to go get that, I mean, I can't make stuff up for you, but you can come in and we can talk more about what, I can interview your brother-in-law and come up with options for him.
Okay, my question is, my dad, he's been in this country for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to get his citizenship, but he has a problem like reading and stuff like that.
Right.
So he wasn't able to get his citizenship. So now I wanted to know, if he reapplied, can one of his kids go with him, or is there a way where we could send a letter to them and they could grant him his citizenship?
He's had a green card for 20 years already?
Yeah, he's been in the country for 20 years. He worked for 20 years.
How old is he now?
He's 70 years old.
Yeah, so if he has a green card for 20 years and he's 70, he gets the reading and writing waived.
Okay, so what would we need to do then? We need to
you would need to prove that he's been living in the United States with a green card for 20 years and he's over 65, and they will not. And you request when they go for the interview that because the law says that if you've been a resident for more than 20 years and you're over 65 years old, you don't have to take the reading and writing to become a citizen.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks a lot.
All right.
I'm asking you, I become a citizen on the 18th of September 1998, and I was a resident. I became a resident on the 8th of the 27th, 1991, and my son was 13 that time, and he was still going to school up here. Do I have to file some paper for him to get his citizenship?
Yeah, because you became a citizen after he turned 18. So if he was...
No, he wasn't 18. He was 13.
He was 13. Oh, I thought he was 13 when you got your green card in 91. He was 13 when you became a citizen in 98? Yes? Okay. Now...
Both of us come up from Jamaica at the said time.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question.
And I had his green card too.
Okay. Now, where's his dad?
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, where is his dad?
His dad is in Jamaica.
Were you ever married to his dad?
No.
Okay, so he's a citizen right now.
Excuse me?
He is a U.S. citizen right now.
Okay.
All right, so...
But he has a Jamaican passport. What I have to do to...
You fill out the N-600 form, you have to show that you became a citizen before he was 18, he had a green card at the time, and that you were never married to his father.
Yes. What form is I have to fill out, please?
The N-600.
The N?
Right, and if you'd be kind enough just to lower the radio in the background, because we're getting his feedback here in the studio.
Okay. So I have to fill out N-60 form.
N-600.
Okay.
Okay?